Hi, T Squad. Welcome back to Training Scoops today. We are back with another update. Well, today we are going to unpack the whole drama that's been taking place this week. Starting off with a very interesting conversation between White Money and Missy about alliances, loyalties, and playing the game and having each other's back. Can White Money be trusted? Well, we all know how they played the game in their season, and it makes me wonder if this will work. Well, guys, if you are new here, please do subscribe without any wasting any time. Let's get to the juicy highlights of the week. Watch until the end of the video so that you don't miss any. Mercy and Venita almost had a heated alteration again because of Ilebaye. Guys, if I tell you about it, you will just roll your eyes in disbelief because it wasn't even that deep. It seems as though these housemates have forgotten about the strike. I mean, constantly fighting over little things. Clearly, it's not something they want to be remembered about. It's like they had forgotten the way they constantly fight in the Big Brother house. As for Alex and Sissy, well, guys, I'm now convinced that this season was specially made for them to come to settle their scores or kill each other in Big Brother's house. Because wow, the drama that has been happening back to back throughout the week. It's a lot. The beef between Sissy and Alex is now personal. Alex came to the show for Sissy and her focus is on her and not the prize. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe that's his strategy to catch a clout with constantly bullying and fighting in Big Brother's house. But I could be wrong. As usual, I would love to hear from you guys your thoughts about this whole drama that has been happening between Alex and Sissy. Who do you think is at fault? Okay, let me briefly tell you what happened, y'all. Well, the first fight was over a script that Alex had prepared for the wager task. Alex had to read out the script to all the housemates, and everyone had their opinion and suggestion and criticism as well. While Alex didn't take that well, she kind of took it personal. And as you know, if a person doesn't like you, they will always come out with you from the crowd. She took her frustrations out of her, and I'm glad Sissy decided to avoid her the next day to for her own mental peace and energy, and also to avoid to getting a strike. Another person that has been constantly fighting with almost all the female housemates in the house is Ilebaye. While Ilebaye has been constantly fighting in Big Brother's house with almost everyone, and it's more like all the other girls are against her, or they have a feeling that her strategy is to flirt with all the guys in the house. And I'm glad that Doyin has been very supportive towards Ilebaye and giving her that elderly sister love. Just I'm just hoping that she was being genuine because we know how people will do anything they can to stay in the game. But what she did was must have came from a good place because she said she loved Ilibaye as a young sister and she's very protective over her. I love the fact that she went ahead to admit it that Ilibaye is doing too much to provoke everyone around her. But I'm just hoping that Doyin is not repeating the same mistake that she did in her previous season, whereby she was getting into people's business and ended up having a lot of people that don't like her in the house. While during her conversation with Cross, Doyin told Cross that they need to let Ilibaye be and play her game the way she wants to play it. I mean, these housemates are in a confined space. What else to talk about rather than gossip? And there was one time whereby Ike was gossiping with Tolanibaj and saying to her that Ilibaye is too friendly with everyone, and she it's more like she wants to flirt with all the guys, or she wants to jump into ship, and that's her strategy. As for Doyin to put herself in that situation whereby she's more on Ilibaye's side, well, it's two against how many housemates? Maybe four, five, or six housemates here that Ilibaye, the housemate that don't like actually don't like Ilebaye inside the house. I mean, a lot of people feel like Ilebaye is being bullied inside the house. there was another incident that took place after the pool party where Tolanibaj chased her out of the room. It was after the pool party and she was under the blankets with Neo and they were having a conversation of some Tolanibaj just stormed out and kicked her out of the bed and took her out of the room. And while that didn't sit quite well with a lot of viewers, because especially by his fans on Twitter, because they felt like she was being bullied because she's the youngest housemate. While during that incident, a lot of viewers were puzzled of what could have happened up until her diary's assertion, where she told her side of the story that that night Neo had invited her. Apparently, she and Neo have a very strong relationship outside the house, and they have a very strong bond that they've been communicating throughout Instagram and seeing each other. And also, Neo had given her a bracelet as a promise. Well, to what we don't know. What promise that Neo made to Ilebaye to make her feel the way that she's been feeling inside the house and causing all the drama that she has been causing whenever it comes to Neo, or when she sees Neo talking to another a female housemate inside the house. Moving on to the Saturday night party that was hosted by Genius. The party was lit. I was also partying and enjoying the DJ's playlist. I was also observing how Ilebaye was dancing with every guy in the dance floor. Then Adekunle was also looking hotter as ever. This time around, he came back looking hotter as ever. Well, from her previous season, I didn't like the guy, man. I don't know. Maybe it was the strategy that he was using, or he was constantly gossiping too much, or conspiring a lot in the house. Maybe that's why. I'm glad that he came back looking like a star that he is. After the Saturday night party, a lot was happening in Big Brother's house right now. I mean, I stayed up until 4 a.m. in the morning. Well, it was a lot. I mean, Uriel and Neo kissed. Well, actually, it was Uriel that kissed Neo. The guy kissed her back, and then he stopped her because he felt that maybe she's too drunk and didn't want to take advantage of her. While chilling in the garden, Ilebaye came and asked what was going on, and that's how the drama started. And I'm sure Noah was enjoying all the tension, all the drama that was happening at that moment there and there, because he knows that well, most housemates knows that if you're trending the Saturday night party, more likely that everyone will be talking about you and you will be getting more votes and also more followers. So Noah was kind of enjoying all the attention that he was getting. It's quite sad for Ilebaye. Well, because Noah had confessed to Doyin that he and Ilebaye are not friends like that. The only thing that makes them close is that Ilebaye is close to someone that Noah is currently dating outside the house. Well, that's Noah's side of the story. Guys, if I tell you that a lot of drama that was happening yesterday night, or I'm not gonna say night, morning, because it was actually around 4 to 3 a.m. in the morning. Noah decided to go to Tolanibaj and told her the whole incident, Uriel incident, to Tolanibaj. While that was happening, Ilebaye was sitting in a dining table venting to Uriel that she feels that someone is trying to take her man. The same Uriel that was kissing Neo outside the garden after the Saturday night party. Uriel convinced her to go and get her man, and the next thing they were exchanging words and shouting at each other up until Neo was taken outside the garden by the other housemates, and Ilebaye was sitting inside the house with another housemate crying, saying that this guy, blah, 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 doesn't like him, yada, yada, yada. He's busy doing all of these things in front of her, yet he had promised her, we don't know, I didn't get really what the promise was. That's when I heard about the whole bracelets incident thing, and also saying that all these girls inside the house, they feel intimidated by her because she's young, and at this point we don't know who's playing who at this time around, because they have two different kind of version of their stories, or rather their friendship, because I mean, Ilebaye is taking Neo as her a boyfriend. Meanwhile, Neo is saying that they're not friends like that. The only reason that they are friends is because she knows the person that Neo is currently dating outside the house. In that whole shebang or Neo and Ilebaye drama, the guys also too wanted to start their own wahala since before the Saturday night party, they had planned that they will steal the other housemates' coins, and Ige was the mastermind to the whole plan of stealing the coins. And he was begging Tolanibaj to give him the key so he can go and steal the other housemates. Well, for the live eviction show, I mean, the eviction show was kind of boring for me. I mean, maybe it's the new twister that people that had introduced, which is the eviction jury, whereby they will bring all the ex Big Brother housemates, and Ebuka will present them every Sunday during the live eviction show with the bottom three or four, or at least with the list of votes housemates, and then the jury will decide or deliberate and pick which housemates are to be evicted. The whole twist, because I mean, we can vote to save our favorites, then the jury can decide to take them out. So what's the point of us voting to save our superstar? Well, that's why I'm not happy. Maybe that's why I'm down today. I'm looking forward to hearing from you in the comment section below. Please go ahead and share. I'll see you guys soon. Much love.